On August 7th, 317, Constantius II was born to the Emperor Constantine the Great and his wife Fausta, forming part of a significant imperial lineage that would shape the Roman Empire's future. Constantius II grew up amidst the opulence of Constantine's court in Byzantium, a setting rich with political intrigue and the weight of imperial expectations placed upon him. As he matured, Constantius II witnessed his father's consolidation of power, which laid the foundation for his own future as a ruler and molded his political acumen. In 337, upon the death of Constantine, Constantius II inherited a divided empire alongside his brothers. This event marked the beginning of intense political alliances and rivalries. Constantius II's rule was marked by significant military campaigns, notably against the Persians, which showcased his strategic abilities and allowed him to bolster the empire's eastern frontier. A staunch defender of Arian Christianity, Constantius II faced theological disputes that led to significant divisions within the Church and within Roman society. Constantius II implemented various administrative reforms aimed at stabilizing the economy and managing the complexities of a vast empire, solidifying his legacy as a ruler. His reign was also marked by efforts at urban development, as Constantius II promoted the construction of churches and public buildings that highlighted his vision for a Christian empire. Throughout his reign, Constantius II faced numerous rebellions and conspiracies, testing his leadership and resolve as he sought to maintain the unity of the empire. In 351, Constantius II took decisive action against the usurper Magnentius, showcasing his military prowess in a decisive victory that reaffirmed his position on the throne. Constantius II's later years saw a shift in policies with increasing religiosity, which aimed to unify the empire under a singular Christian doctrine, further polarizing the populace. His complex relationships with fellow rulers, such as his half-brother Constans, often led to tension, yet they also reflected the delicate balance of power in the empire. Despite his challenges, Constantius II was a capable ruler who oversaw a period of relative stability in the Roman Empire, maintaining its vast territories through skillful governance. In his quest for unity, Constantius II convened church councils which aimed to settle theological disputes, indicating his intent to rule not just as a military leader, but as a moral figure. Constantius II's era was characterized by significant architectural accomplishments, including the completion of the Great Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, symbolizing the empire's Christian identity. As he aged, Constantius II became more isolated, struggling to balance authority and legitimacy, often turning against family and allies to secure his power. Despite internal strife, Constantius II's reign is marked by a renewed focus on military discipline and organization, setting standards that would influence future Roman military structure. In 361, Constantius II made his last campaign, preparing for a decisive confrontation with Julian, his cousin, signaling a critical shift in imperial authority. However, Constantius II died in 361, without achieving his ultimate goal of consolidating power, leaving a complex legacy marred by divisions and conflicts. Constantius II's influence stretched beyond his reign, as his actions laid groundwork for the eventual establishment of a Christian state, transforming the fabric of the Roman world. As Constantius II grew into his adolescence, he was shaped by the political machinations of the Roman court, witnessing the complex dynamics between his brothers, particularly the charismatic Constans and the ambitious Constantine II. In 337, following their father's death, the brothers held a tense meeting to divide the empire, where Constantius II and his brothers agreed on territorial lines, marking the beginning of a new era filled with conflict and ambition. After the division, Constantius II focused on strengthening his control over the eastern provinces, promoting loyalty among the local elites through both diplomacy and strategic military presence. Constantius II's reputation as a ruler began to take shape through his campaign against the Sasanian Empire, where he aimed to expand Roman influence and secure vital trade routes across the Euphrates. In 341, Constantius II faced a major setback during a campaign in the east, where the Roman legions encountered fierce resistance, forcing him to retreat and reevaluate his strategies for conquering Persia. Determined to gain an upper hand, Constantius II focused on forming alliances with local rulers in Persia, showcasing his diplomatic skills and willingness to negotiate when necessary. Through the 340s, Constantius II continued his campaign against various internal challenges, including attempting to subdue usurpers who threatened the stability of his rule, revealing his resolve to maintain control at any cost. In 351, Constantius II faced his most significant challenge yet when he engaged in battle against the usurper Magnentius, demonstrating his military capabilities and resolve to reclaim loyalty across the empire. Victory against Magnentius not only consolidated Constantius II's power, but also led to a wave of purges against perceived traitors, showcasing his ruthlessness and commitment to stability within the empire. The year 354 saw Constantius II focusing on reforms that aimed to modernize the administrative structures of the empire, showcasing his ambition for a more streamlined and effective governance. Constantius II's strong inclination towards Arianism fueled tensions with other Christian sects, leading to significant theological rivalries and the eventual calling of church councils aiming to define orthodoxy. In Jerusalem, Constantius II championed the construction of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, establishing it as a significant religious site and reinforcing his commitment to Christianity. As pressures mounted from competing factions within the empire and external threats from neighboring tribes, Constantius II's reign became increasingly characterized by paranoia and isolation from his support network. By 360, Constantius II faced the looming threat of his cousin Julian, who commanded the western provinces and was gaining favor among the military, signaling a potential power struggle. Nonetheless, he continued to believe in unifying the empire under a singular Christian doctrine, often allowing theological disputes to distract from military preparations and overall stability in governance. As Constantius II's health began to decline, he recognized the urgent need to prepare for the inevitable confrontations against Julian, which stirred unease about who would inherit the empire next. Tragically, Constantius II passed away in 361, before achieving his broader aspirations for the empire, yet his legacy significantly influenced the alignment of Christianity and politics. As Constantius II entered his teenage years, the shadow of imperial expectations loomed over him, instilling a sense of duty and ambition within the young prince. Astutely aware of his father's achievements and the empire's instability, he began to develop a keen interest in governance and military affairs. At the age of 20, Constantius II faced a significant challenge when he was tasked with maintaining control over the eastern provinces. Recognizing the importance of military readiness, he began to train and build rapport with his legions, focusing on strengthening their loyalty and discipline. In 347, faced with internal strife, Constantius II acted decisively against the usurper Magnentius. His strategic prowess in warfare was evident as he launched a sudden campaign, effectively leveraging surprise and military tactics to reclaim authority, marking a turning point in his emerging reign. Following his victory over Magnentius, Constantius II commenced a campaign of purging potential rivals within the court, a move that both strengthened his position but also instigated fear among those close to him. His commitment to a unified Christian faith heightened the stakes within the empire. Constantius II persisted in the promotion of Arian Christianity, navigating the controversial landscape of faith and governance. His conviction led to the convening of various church councils aimed at addressing the underlying conflicts that divided Christians, revealing his ambition for religious coherence. In 355, amidst ongoing theological disputes, he made a significant architectural commitment by commissioning the construction of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, emphasizing his dedication to Christianity and reinforcing his political power as a protector of the faith. As tensions rose with various Christian factions, Constantius II's policies led to growing dissent among the populace and aristocracy alike. His unyielding stance on Arianism fostered a sense of alienation, causing internal discord while external pressures from enemies escalated. In 360, confronted with the ascent of his cousin Julian in the west, Constantius II grew increasingly paranoid about maintaining power. His once strong alliance with the military frayed as he sought to reclaim control, leading to misjudgments in strategy and governance. By early 361, Constantius II had come to the realization that his cousin Julian's growing support among the army posed a real threat to his authority. He intensified military organization, showcasing his leadership skills while curbing dissent within the ranks. As Constantius II's health began to decline, the challenges of governing the vast empire weighed heavily upon him. He struggled to uphold his vision of unity against rising chaos and rebellion, reflecting the difficulties leaders faced in the fading power of Rome. In his final moments, Constantius II understood the precarious balance between faith and power he had sought to maintain throughout his reign. He was not merely an emperor, but a symbol of the emerging Christian Roman state that would evolve beyond his lifetime. Constantius II passed away in 361, leaving behind the narrative of ambition, turmoil, and transformation within the Roman Empire. His efforts to intertwine political authority with Christian doctrine initiated a profound legacy. His death marked a pivotal moment in the Roman Empire, as rival factions vied for power, setting off a chain reaction that ultimately shaped the future of Christianity in Rome and its governance. Constantius II's legacy persisted as later emperors faced the challenges his reign exemplified, especially in terms of navigating the complex relationships between church and state. His vision influenced future rulers who sought to unify the empire through faith. Constantine's dynasty persisted, with each emperor carrying forward the intricate dynamics of religion and governance, all tracing back to the foundational influence of Constantius II's reign and decisions. Throughout history, the decisions made by Constantius II would be examined by scholars and leaders, emphasizing the integral role of his rulership in shaping the theology, politics, and identity of the later Roman Empire. In retrospect, Constantius II became a complex figure, criticized by some for his Arian policies, yet respected for his commitment to the Christian faith that ultimately represented the shifting tides of the Roman Empire. Academics and theologians in later centuries debated Constantius II's impact, situating him within the broader narrative of church-state relations as the empire transitioned into the medieval period, a testament to the lasting influence of his reign. As the centuries progressed, Constantius II's story evolved into legend, with tales of his battles and faith shaping the collective memory of the Roman Empire's Christianization process, mirroring the ongoing struggle for unity.